Alright guys, so I get a lot of questions about the knife that I carry on my tool belt, and it's been this one here. This is a Fiskars Hori, Hori Hori. You can get these at Home Depot. Great little blade, but I found a better one, and I'm going to kind of go over that one and the modifications that need to be done to make it work. So any of you guys who are picking up trash, who are looking for a good way to dig in the sand or, pierce water bottles, you'll be able to do it. So, obviously right here, we have the old one I use. I love these, but the problem on these is that they're just a little skinny for digging. So, you have to work harder to do that digging. That, and they look an awful lot like a little sword, which I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. But I found this one at Home Depot. And I actually went and got another one just so I could show y'all what it is. It's a multifunction garden knife. So, obviously, the biggest difference on these, if you look at them, is the width right there. And this is quite a bit shorter. Now, this is not sharp at all. You can run your finger on this over and over. No big deal. So you're going to have to sharpen that to use it. Now, the serrated side is quite sharp, so I wouldn't run my finger over that side. To help with this, I've made this little tool right here. And I'll stick this on Cults 3D for anybody who wants it. Basically what it does, it just goes right here in this top piece so that you can mark where you need to cut that off at. Okay, so after you cut that tip off there, then you need to sharpen it. And we're going to sharpen this edge where my thumb is, and obviously the top where we just cut it off. And to do that, I'm going to use this little die grinder with this abrasive wheel, but you can use a Dremel or a file or whatever you got. You just want to sharpen it up good enough that you can pierce your bottles and, cut bags and whatever else you need to do with it. Okay, so once you have an edge on this thing, now this one is not perfect yet, I'm going to hand file this down to a sharper, more honed edge. And I'm going to do that on both sides here. Before we get into the sharpening, guys, the sharpening that I do is not necessarily the safest. I've been doing it for a while, so, do it at your own risk. But I would recommend getting some cut-resistant gloves or something like that if you've never done that kind of thing. Or if you know someone who sharpens knives, take it to them and let them sharpen it. To do that, I'm going to use a combination of this standard metal file and this Fiskars diamond sharpener that you can also purchase at Home Depot with the, what is this thing called? Multifunction garden knife. So we'll get sharpened up. After you get it all sharpened, you should have an edge, something like that, and you'll be good to go.